The right way to put on the prong training collar around Honey, I have her sit and then I put it kind of up high around the back of her throat, and then we clasp it right behind this kind of bone in the back of her head. You want it to be nice and snug up behind the backs of her ears and really up high. Right now it's pretty loose because she's just a baby, but as it gets tighter, you want to be able to still slip 2 hands around or 2 fingers through it, but you want it nice and snug up high right in the back behind this bone in the back of her head. That's the right spot for the prong collar to be when you're training her. Okay, this is just an example of a little typical mini training session for Honey. You're gonna try to do these 3 to 5 times a day. It would be best if both of you could work on training with her, but we have the prong training collars on her, the leash is on her, and we're just gonna really work on those basic 4 commands of sit, stay, come, and heel. So when she's in the heel position, she's walking right alongside our left-hand side of our body. I'm gonna have my hand facing backwards. So if Honey starts to pull any way, I'm easily able to put her back in check by giving her a little tug on the leash here. So what you really want is for her to walk really nice right alongside the left-hand side of your body and keeping her in that heel position. So this is really like a steering wheel. You kind of are steering Honey wherever you want her to go. So I'll just show you what this looks like. So it's Honey heel, Honey heel. Good girl. Honey heel. Girl. You can see I'm just kind of, she's just walking really nice right alongside of me, and I'm just kind of showing her. Then when I sit, when I have to stop, I have her sit, Honey sit, and then it's good girl. That's a good girl. Then I'm gonna have her do a Honey stay. So I put a stop sign out for stay. I hold on to the leash and I just kind of go to the end of it. Stay. Oops, it's a little tangled. Stay. Stay. Okay, Honey, come. Honey, sit. Good girl. So we have her come. We have the stop sign up for stay. Then I bring it down to my thigh for come. And then she comes and sits real nice like a lady right in front of me. So I'll do it one more time. Honey, nope. Down. Honey, stay. 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 Oh, nope. Honey, sit. So I'm going to come back and just give her that correction. I want her to sit until I tell her to come to me. Stay. Stay. Okay, Honey, come. Come. Good girl. Sit. Good girl. That's a good girl. Now I bend down. I'm right at her level, and then I can give her love and praise for listening to my command. So I'm going to do it one more time, or we're going to do stay down. Don't jump. Stay down. I don't like that jumping. Normally she doesn't do that. I think she's just kind of excited. So I'm gonna just tell her to get down. I say get down, and I just hold her down. I say get down. I don't want her to jump up on me, and I don't want her to jump up on my kids. So I'm gonna just hold her here for a second, and then it's good girl, Honey. Come on, come on. Good girl, come, sit. Good girl. And now we're back to reconciling, and she should be fine again. Honey, heel, heel, heel. Honey, heel. Heel. So you can see she kind of wants to romp away, and I just keep giving her soft little tugs back into this heel position. Honey, heel. Good girl. Honey, sit. Honey, heel. Heel. Good girl. Nope. Heel. Sit. You can see that when I'm leading her, my shoulders are back. I'm a confident leader. I'm leading kind of with my chest out. I'm showing her that I'm the boss. So I don't let her sniff and find her way around. I'm keeping her really in check along with me. So a great way to work on those basic commands again is through play. So we usually like to play fetch with Honey, where we throw a ball out or a toy or whatever, and we have her retrieve it. So what I'm gonna do is get her excited. I'm not gonna worry so much about the obedience in the beginning. I just want her to be really excited about retrieving. So I'm gonna get her excited. I'm gonna stay holding on to the end of the leash so I have control. I'm gonna throw it out. Go get it, Honey. Go get it. Pick it up. Good girl. Good girl. Honey, come. So that I can teeth her back in, and then I take it out of her mouth. Good girl, Honey. Come on. Come on. Go get it. And this just gets her excited about retrieving. Come on, Honey. Come here. Good girl. Come on. Good girl. Pick it up. Pick it up. Can you get it? Come on. Good girl. Come. Good girl. So she's listening to my come command, and then I'm able to pull her back in with the leash so she doesn't take the toy and sprint away with it. Honey, come. Honey, come. Good girl. Good girl. And then I just grab it out of her mouth, and then I do it again. Honey, go get it. Go get it. See? Good girl. Get it up. So I hold on to this leash. Eventually, what will happen is she will be able to retrieve it, bring it to you. Honey, sit. Stay. And then you'll hold her in the stay position. Ah, no. Stay. So I want her to stay. 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 Go get it, honey. Good girl. So she's really practicing that stay, the sit, the come. Honey, here. Honey, come. Good girl. Good girl. Give it up. Good girl. She's able to pick it up and then retrieve it. Okay, honey, come here. Eventually what you're gonna be able to do is let go of the leash and then have her come back. So we'll do a little practice. Honey, go get it. So I can let go of the leash and then I leave the leash on so I still have control and will be able to grab it. Honey, come. Come here, baby. Honey, come here. Good girl, come here. Good girl. Yeah, that's a good girl. We'll get it out from underneath her. We'll do it again. Honey, go get it. Go get it. Good girl. Pick it up. Pick it up. Good girl, honey. Come here. Come here, honey. Come. Get it up. Get it up. It might become a chewing toy if I threw it too far. All right, honey. Come on. Get it up. Good girl. Come, honey, come. Come on. Come on. Good girl. And now you can see I'm easily able to step on that leash and then teeth her in. Come. Once she starts to be happy and not obeying the commands anymore, I would recommend being done with the fetching. It will only be a couple times back and forth. It should stay in control and stay fun. As soon as you feel frustrated, the game is over. So then you can put the toy away, go back into that quick mini session of sit, stay, come, heel, and then she can be done for a little while and take a break. These sessions should be very short. She's very young, so they should be 3 to 5 minutes max. She's doing awesome. I just wanted to show you incorporating, this is my daughter Olivia, into a training session. When your grandkids come over, I would really encourage you to have this training collar on her, nice and high up on around her neck. Have her leash attached. Don't let her just go bounding after them. She's too young and she gets too excited. As soon as the kids start running, her first inclination is to run after them and jump up. She just wants to play. So instead, make it a controlled environment where you're supervising all play. So right now, Olivia has her toy. She's just gonna show it to her and I'm just gonna keep her real taut in check with me. So you can just bring it over here and play with it with her. We're just gonna play with the toy with her, and you can be down on the ground and be watching what's going on, but we just wanna make sure that you're always in control. So as soon as it would start to be out of control, I'm able to pull her back in and have her sit. So Olivia, come and pet her now. Here, honey. So Olivia should be able to take that toy out of her hand or out of her mouth without her growling, and it should be it should be just fine with you supervising. If Honey would get too rough or anything, she would growl or she would nip at Olivia, right away we would put her into that submissive position. So I would say, Honey, come here. Come here, Olivia. If she was growling right away, I would throw the toy behind me and I would say, no, you don't growl. No, no. Just like this. Then I would get Olivia over here. Come here. I would have Olivia come over here and help me put her hands kind of on her stomach. So put your hands on her tummy. And we would say, you don't growl at these kids. No, no. And we hold her just like this. You can see we're not even putting any pressure on her. She's totally submitted. We could just mold her right now. She's just totally limp. This is where you want to be. Then you go back to reconciling. Once she's in the submitted limp state, she's gotten her correction. And now you go into reconciling where it's good girl, honey. Olivia, squat down and pet her face. And Olivia can squat here and pet her face, and she can be a really sweet dog. Tell her good girl. And this is she's in a really calm state right now where we can just the kids can be by her and know that they're the boss over her and you're controlling this environment. So you can see I'm watching all of this. So if her mouth would come up and nip at Olivia, I'm right here to make that correction. We're not setting up the kids to fail, and we don't want to set up Honey to fail. She is a baby. She's like a toddler. You wouldn't leave a toddler alone in a room. You can't leave Honey alone in a room yet. She's just too young, and she still is learning all the status of where she fits in. So make sure that you're telling her when she does something you don't like, it's that firm, no, Honey, no, no. When she does something you do like, it's good girl, yeah, you're the best girl, Honey. And you can see she loves this. She's all about this extra attention. She loves the kids. She loves to be touched and loved on. And so I encourage you to make sure you're doing that love and affection along with those really firm, really good corrections. Good girl. That's good. This is just my son Ethan, who's 7. He's just gonna do a little walk down and back with Honey. So tell her to heel and have her walk right along next to you. This is great even for your grandkids to practice when they're with you at your house. Oh, she has to go potty. For your grandkids to practice when they're at your house, just snapping that prong on and letting a supervised kind of little training session is great for Honey to see that she even has to listen to your grandkids. So you can see Ethan's walking her real nice. Okay, Ethan, stop and have her sit. Good girl. So you can see he just has her, sit, and then he gives her a lot of little praise. So Ethan, take her for one more little walk. So this can be like literally 30 seconds long, where you're having your grandkids just take her for a quick little walk, like literally down your sidewalk and back, where you're just watching her, you're watching your grandkids and just making sure it's a controlled environment. And this is a great way for you to then be able to step in if you would need to. If she would jump here or do anything, you're right here supervising. Good job, Ethan. Practicing manners with Honey is when you're going in and out of doors or in and out of gates, always make sure that you're the one leading the way. So we usually have her with her training collar on when we're going in and out of a door always. So it's never just barreling out where you could trip or get injured. Always make it be controlled and always be the leader. So you're in the door first or out of the door first. So I'll just show you what that kind of looks like. Honey, here. Come on. Honey, sit. Sit. Good girl. Stay. So I have her just sit and stay, then I'm able to open the door. Okay, honey, come on. And then I walk through first. Hold on, I'll video coming out then too. So this is just coming out of the door. When you're coming out, I have her sit, or else I'm always the one that's walking out before her. Honey, here, come on. Good girl. Okay, sit. Good girl, sit. And then I'm able to shut the door, and it's a calm way to come out of the door where she's not barreling out and you're able to just walk out calmly. Okay, Isaac's gonna just show you one other way to do that sit, stay, come is when you feed her. So when you feed Honey, we have her on the prong collar right now. You don't necessarily even have to have the prong collar on if you're just gonna quick feed her, but we have her sit, and Isaac will show you a sit, stay, and then we'll set her food kind of down a little ways away from her, and then have her hold that stay, and then we'll say, okay, Honey, come, and then she'll come get to eat. So go ahead, Isaac.
Honey, sit, Honey, stay, Honey. Good girl, stay. No, Honey, sit. Stay. Come here, Honey. Good girl.
And now she gets released and then she gets to come eat. So it's a really simple way to really incorporate that training even when she's getting fed. I'm just going to show you another little example of those mini training sessions that I was talking about before, where you're the leader, you're just working on those 4 commands of sit, stay, come, and heel, where Honey is walking nice and calmly alongside of you. So we hold the leash where my hand is facing backwards. I kind of bundle the rest of the leash in my right hand. And again, this is kind of like your steering wheel. You're kind of guiding her where you want her to go. When we're on fast-paced walks or when we're trying to get exercise, I keep this really kind of in check right alongside my left-hand side. If you want to get an extender leash and give her more freedom, you're welcome to do that too. But for now, I really want her to learn that obedience of the heel and just make sure she's looking at you as the leader. The best way to show her leadership is instead of like looking at her like this and being like, oh honey, where are we going? You're the leader. So I don't even hardly look at Honey. I look straight where I want to go and I just walk there. I encourage her with my voice, but I keep my shoulders back. I look straight where I'm going and I just keep walking. And sometimes she'll put the brakes on or not want to go that way, and I just give her those gentle nudges and I encourage her with my voice. Honey, heel, come on, Honey, good girl. Then I stop and we sit, and then I give her that physical praise, and my voice is really chipper. So I'm just going to show you what that kind of looks like one more time. Again, it'd be great if you could do this 3 to 5 times a day, really short, like 3 to 5 minutes, and then obviously when you take her to exercise, have the training collar on and take her for those walks like you normally have been doing. All right, Honey, are you ready? Okay, Honey, heel. Just stay there, Isaac. Honey, sit. Good girl, Honey, stay. Honey, come. Honey, sit. Good girl. Good girl. Honey, heel. You can see I'm just walking straight forward and she's just kind of following my lead, and if she doesn't, I give her those little nudges. Come on. Good girl. So I just give her that praise. I do a lot of little kiss lips like, come on, Honey. Then when we stop, it's Honey, sit. Good girl. That's a good baby. So she's doing awesome on the heeling, the sitting, the staying, and the coming. We're really happy with how she's done this week with us.